You're listening to The Fellas with Anthony McCoy,
Listen, man, that wasn't my fault. It was an unknown error.
Rich Thurston,
Someone said it was like the Bulls never changed their passwords, and Tibbs just popped in and did an auto trade.
Kev Lund,
We're out here doing this podcast, and these fools are out here blowing Super Bowls. Like, let's switch that up. Pay me a cool million, and I'll call the right place. I promise you.
and Kyle Straub.
When one of those point guards is James Harden, yes, the answer is yes, they are a better team.
Hello, and thanks for tuning in to The Fellas another week. And I like this one because we're going to start off the top, and I get to say I told you so. I fucking told you so. LeVar Ball is starting to cause trouble with the Lakers, and it didn't even take a half a season. They have banned media from talking to players, family, and friends that come, and that's a LeVar Ball rule. It's the only reason that they made it is because he started talking shit about the coaches, and I guarantee you it started to cause trouble.
Well, you're wrong.
Well, how?
Wrong.
Then why'd they make the rule?
Because the rule was already a rule. They didn't make the rule. So, you're wrong there. And second of all, they made the rule because they said that the media was overflowing that section.
I'm not
talk
worried
to
about what
him.
they came out and said in the public.
He hasn't
Like,
done
that's all to
anything.
save face
He
and
hasn't
stuff.
done anything to bother the Lakers. Like, he literally hasn't been a distraction at all.
Not the players, but he's called out the coach and the team multiple times.
And it literally didn't do anything. He didn't,
That's
not
what you
multiple times,
think.
it was
That's
one
what you
time.
think, but I guarantee you internally they're like, no, this is not okay. When we started talking about all this, what was one of the things that he said that you agreed with? When he got on a team, his son, he would stop talking. He would leave things alone. Has he done that?
Yeah, besides what,
No,
like
he
2
hasn't.
weeks? Yes, he has.
I see him in the news talking about the team all the time.
Listen, Kyle, who do
All
you
the
think knows
time.
more about the Lakers, me or you?
I understand that you do, but I see him in the news talking about the Lakers all the time. So you may know more, but I see it.
But you're wrong. I'm here to tell you
Okay,
you're
so
wrong.
my eyes are
He
deceiving
said,
me. I'm just seeing
he
shit that's
said
not
that
there.
Luke Walton and the coaching staff they were soft on his boys. That's what he said. And Luke Walton asked about it, and he said he's a great dad, but we're not here to take any advice from parents. And that was the end of it. It didn't go any further than that.
But that's not the only comment that he's come out and made, though.
It is though.
What else did he
over
say
the
about the
season,
team?
He's come out, what's that, McCoy?
So tell me
What
what
else
he
did he
said
say about the team?
I don't know specifically. I don't have him in front of me, but I know that he has said other stuff. I've seen him in the news about it.
But I'm here to tell you he hasn't.
All right, here's one that just popped into my head, and it wasn't specifically about an individual person, but that the team would not lose back-to-back games in a week. They would not lose twice in 1 week.
He said it about his son. Yeah.
Well, his son's on that team.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's something that he
What's
came
wrong
out and
with
said,
that?
and then
That
they
was-
didn't back
that
it
was
up,
in
and
the-
then they went
that
back to
was like the
LeVar,
fifth
and it
game
just
of the
creates
season.
this storm.
That was like the 5th game of the season.
But that's what I'm saying. He never stopped. He just continued staying in the news, chirping in and throwing in his 2 cents about the team and what should be going on. And this all
But
came
he
out
hasn't.
today. The Lakers made this public because they're tired of it. They don't want him talking. So their way of doing it is saying, media, you're not allowed to talk to any of these people.
People are still going to talk to him, and he's still going to get his opinion out there.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
said
yeah.
they
Whether
said they
this is
didn't
there
want
or not.
people
But
overflowing
it's not
that
going to happen
section.
at games.
He'll be more reckless away from the games than he would there anyway. So
Well, I mean, the Lakers can't control him away from
yeah,
games.
right. That's why I don't really think that would help any solve the problem. You can't talk to him here. Oh well, he'll walk outside
no.
and TMZ will get right in his face.
Yeah, they,
No, because they can still control outside their arena.
they said they didn't want him to have his own press conference after every game because it was flooding that section. And that section is just for family and friends. And they didn't want, and media was sitting there to watch him and do like in-game reports with him, and they didn't want that.
Oh, I'm sure that was part of the reason, but you can't tell me that it's not that he's in there criticizing the team and they wanted that stopped.
But he
Brick Lopez got all his
Like
boys
having
in there.
that
and
constant
they don't want to
chirping.
get. They don't
I
want to
understand
get
that
interviewed.
it may not have caused a problem yet,
And it
but
hasn't
having
been
that constant
constant,
chirping
though.
day after day, week after week, that it's always there, it's going to get tired. It's going to wear on people. Pause for drinking?
It's always a good pause.
Absolutely.
it hasn't been constant though. Like it hasn't.
But we
been.
go all the way back to what we just said, like 4 games in, he's guaranteeing that team's going to win without losing twice in a week. From the very beginning of the season all the way up until now, it has been, and we haven't been that long into the season. What is it, 25 games?
It's like 21.
Yeah, so not even.
If anything, him arguing with the president probably has more to do with this than him saying anything about the team. Like, it reaches another level when you're on CNN. Like, the Lakers don't want that around them. He hasn't said really anything about the team besides the coaches are soft on his boy and that he knows how to coach him and they don't. And they deflected that and got that out of there. So, and then the next week he's arguing with Donald Trump and they're probably like, look, this is going in a weird direction. The media's flooding this section. We don't even know if other families were like, hey, like, we're trying to enjoy the game and this guy is getting all this attention. Like, can we get this out of here? Like,
But that would be one of those problems.
yeah, but
Like
it's
another
not.
family's like, hey,
but-
I'm trying to enjoy this, and this guy's causing this big
And it
ruckus
has zero
over here.
effect. The team hasn't had any effects because of LeVar Ball.
Not yet.
This is-
It's very early. Like you just said, it's 21 games in. If
It's the
this
team
kept
covering
going, I
their
think this
ass
is them
is
trying
really
to
what
nip
it
it in the
is.
bud right
Yeah,
now.
Kev, you're right. Like, it's
I didn't hear Kev. What did he say?
This is the Lakers covering their ass. That's all it is. This is like they didn't make this rule like you guys said. This was there, so they're just enforcing something. And now if something crazy happens with LeVar, they'll be like, hey, what do you want me to do? Put him in a straitjacket? I mean, he can't be interviewed anymore. But well, and if a reporter sees him after the game outside or something, you actually think that dude's gonna give up the story? He's gonna go interview him and he'll post it
Hell
the
yeah.
next day. You know what I mean?
Well, what are the repercussions if they do?
I don't
That
know.
reporter probably isn't allowed back in.
well, the Lakers also made a rule that media members aren't allowed to be on the side of the court that the Lakers are warming up on anymore. So it wasn't just like this rule. It's just this rule that people think reflects LeVar Ball. Like, they made a whole bunch of different media rule changes. And this one isn't even a change. They're just enforcing it now.
But it still has to do with LeVar.
Well, I mean, yeah, it has to do with LeVar because he's such a attraction. It probably bothers people that there's like a whole crowd of people sitting around this one section. And
But
like
that's what,
Kev
like
said,
you don't think that if they hadn't done this, if they hadn't nipped it in the bud now, and it just continued, you don't think that would have become an issue, or could have become? Not that I'm saying it would have definitely, but that it could have caused an issue with their team, and they're just trying to stop something now before it even does.
well, yeah, there's always that worry that he's going to say something that people aren't going to like, and that he's going to piss people off. But I think
It's
they
more
can't
of
stop.
the
They can't stop him from talking.
like
So
you
it's-
said,
no,
Rich.
but-
It's more of the Lakers and that brand being on CNN for some shit with the president now.
Yeah, because wherever he goes, he represents his son, and it's like this is the Lakers' kid, his
Like,
father.
It's one thing for Stephen A. and Max and all them dudes on ESPN to be crapping on you on ESPN, but when some other dude in a suit and tie on CNN is talking about something having to do with the Lakers and nothing to do with sports,
Yeah,
Lakers can't
because
have
whenever
that.
they introduce him, he's going to be Los Angeles Lakers rookie father, LeVar
Yeah.
Ball.
son
Yeah,
of a-
forever.
father of a
Yeah.
thief.
Yeah, I can't believe he just took his son off of UCLA.
So that kind of it brings to the next part of this. Did you guys just told me it tonight that he took him off the team? Did he give a reason why?
They're going to explore other options.
But he didn't say what it was.
I
Going
think it's because
overseas,
he
the
was-
G League, anything.
I think it was because he got mad he was suspended,
For
That's
real.
kind of crazy though.
right?
I mean, yeah, that's kind of foolish.
yeah,
Especially
right?
if you think that the kid's not if he's the one that doesn't have the NBA talent, you definitely want him to play college ball.
Right, he's
Yeah,
the
he-
worst of the three, right?
Yeah, he needs that.
Adrian Wojnarowski tweeted out that they said even if he played this year for UCLA, he wasn't on NBA GM's extended draft board.
Yeah, right. He's the one that's got to work his way there. So his
He's
road
the one
just,
that's going to end up getting screwed.
Yeah, he's just gonna be their brother,
Well,
Which
I
Was
mean,
he a
is still gonna have
gangster?
a lot
Sonny
of perks
song
for
with his-
him. So
With the
he's
buzzed
not
up
gonna do that.
eyebrows, he's a gangster, dude. Watch what you say. He got
the
his own
youngest
career
may get
path.
screwed in this too, because they pull him from this team. Does that burn some bridges? And even if the youngest one wants to go to UCLA, he's not allowed to now.
No, because people still take talent over everything else. Like Greg Hardy
Right,
still
and-
made NFL teams.
So UCLA doesn't take him, so he goes to USC or something,
Yeah.
He's
he
going
can still
somewhere.
go to a Southern Cal college.
Well, but how many colleges are going to take the storm that comes with him? Because it's no longer just a kid.
He's going
It's got to be
somewhere.
it's got to be the right fit.
Some school wants those ticket sales.
It all depends on how
That's a
good
good
he
point.
is. I hope he goes to UNC.
Oh, that'll never happen.
If he
was
lights
just
it up,
thinking
that would be
that.
amazing. So I'm here
There's
for
no
it.
way in hell that'll happen.
I really hope he goes to North Carolina.
If he's out here like the Steph Curry of college basketball, I'd be down for it.
LeVar just yelling at Roy all day.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, that would make me so happy.
He'd get a media ban and kicked up out of there real quick if that happened.
Yeah, but you can't stop him from talking.
Yeah.
Just be on the media, son.
He wouldn't end up here simply because of 3 players. The Ware twins and Larry Drew.
Why? What do they have to
Two
do
of
with
them
it?
are on the team
Because
USA
they're from
squad.
SoCal. Roy recruited all 3 of them, and they all were disasters. He's never going back to that fucking area again.
2 of them kids are on Team USA right now, so
Oh, you mean the one that Kennedy Meeks is on? I bet that's a really good team.
yeah, that team looked trash, huh? Like Larry Drew was the starting point guard, man.
Good
Yeah,
boy.
that team doesn't give me any impression. Like, ooh, you're good.
Yeah, that's like we're trying to lose
What
in the
team is it?
qualifiers. It's some Team USA team. I don't know for
It's
some
like
qualifiers.
How old are they? Like, is there like a 19 and 21 team, and then there's like a 22 to 25 team or something like that?
Yeah, it's like Team USA Select or whatever, right?
Uh-huh.
And they're
But
just
is it a
using these
qualifier
random
for
bomb
like
players.
the
Because-
Olympics or the World Cup or something?
Well, the USA teams go all the way down to like high school, right? And that's why they say Coach K has an unfair advantage.
Yeah.
Oh
they're
yeah,
big,
like
yeah.
there's more than just basketball. Like all the sports do at this point. But I just mean, what qualifier is it for though? Like, is
I
it
don't
for a
know.
big tournament or is it just for some random ass shit?
Hopefully it's for nothing important because with that squad, I really don't think we're beating a lot of teams. Like we'll beat the really scrubby countries, but you know, like the bigger countries will beat that team, especially if they're sending decent players.
Kennedy Meeks is a winner. He knows how to win, McCoy. He brings home
Yeah.
titles.
Yeah, I can't argue that.
So just to clear this up with LeVar, Kyle, you're right that they're doing it because of his mouth, but they're not doing it because of anything he said. Like,
Okay.
you see,
I understand what you're saying. He
I
hasn't done
think-
anything that has caused them to be like, all right, we need to shut this down.
I think,
But they can see where it's going.
yeah, like they're being proactive. They're saying like, okay, this might happen, and I really do think that the media creeping into that section was a problem.
Yeah, but I mean,
Because-
we've always known that the media is a problem. Like, they're going to blow up whatever they can just to make some drama so they have more to report on.
I was
This
actually
guy's gold mine.
surprised that
Yes, he
him
is.
saying the coaching staff was soft went away as quickly as it did.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I think Luke handled it really good because Luke was like, he's a great parent, he raised a great kid, he's a leader, but I'm not here to take advice from him.
That's having a good PR team.
Yeah, like it. Well, it didn't help that like 2 days. It did help that 2 days later he was attacking the president.
Yeah, that'll take anything out of the
Yeah, all
headlines
that
quickly.
attention went away quick.
Yeah. But like he didn't
Everybody
really give
does.
any
He might have
advice.
forgot about it. We might have to remind him.
It was
Yeah,
funny
right.
because LeVar was just like, they don't know how to coach my boy. I tell him to go win and he does. Like, oh, okay, it's that easy.
Yeah, that's how you coach
Like,
somebody.
that's how you
That's
coach
right.
him.
In
That
his
dude is
world,
mad funny.
that's how it is, though. That's how it works.
That's hilarious.
Lonzo said today he's never lost 5 games in a row at any level until now.
That doesn't surprise
Yeah.
me. Like, I bet a lot of the kids that go in the top 10 of the NBA draft haven't lost 5 games in a row in their life.
Right.
Yeah, because they're gonna win off just them alone.
Yeah,
and
because
usually,
they're ridiculously good.
yeah, and usually they have a lot of those kids always have like another kid that is really good too. You know.
Yep. Whether
The
it's
other
AAU or
teams,
high school
yeah.
or college.
Just be squatted up out here with some crazy stuff.
That's why they
like-
thought people going to the Sixers, it was going to like damage them mentally. Because you went from like never losing ever to like, all right, we're trying to lose here.
Oh, when they were getting the young kids.
Yeah.
I can, I mean, I've said it before on here. That the biggest thing I hear from coaches all the time is confidence is the biggest thing that they coach. If you're losing all the time, it's got to be hard to keep your confidence high. Like, yeah, we're good. We're going to do this. Not when you're taking L's night after night, though.
That's why they're lucky they got Embiid out here preaching to trust the process.
Yeah.
How do we
That
feel?
You
having
have to
monster
have one of those
stars.
guys.
Embiid's-
One of those, like, team rah-rah spirit people.
Yeah.
Embiid's kind of a clown, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
kind of. I think he fully on is a clown.
Yeah. Word.
That was really nice of you to say kind of.
But I don't mean it in a good way.
Oh, I know. Yeah, he's out here trying to clown around and pop all these jokes off. Like, he's definitely gonna run into the wrong person at some point. Like, But I'm here for it.
Is he down? Is he ready to swing?
Hopefully we find out.
Is Joel ready to scrap? Like Shaq? I don't know. It's like, is this the new... Everybody says he's the new Shaq.
Somebody will test.
Social
Somebody's not
media
gonna be
age.
playing that.
This guy is wild, dude. But he's
Hold
not
on.
good, so
Hold
leave
on.
him
Pump the
alone.
brakes. Hold on. Somebody said that Embiid is the new Shaq.
I mean, he
The
kind of
big,
is.
the big guy, the new big man of the league with that like personality.
Oh, all right. I was picturing his game, and I was like,
Oh,
hold on a
no.
minute. He doesn't resemble Shaq on the floor. Like,
Nah, just the new big man. Like it's
I
been a
got you,
minute
okay.
since there was a center. and
Nobody
then-
resembles Shaq on the floor.
no, that's why I said, hold on a minute. I guess the last one would be Dwight. Kind of started to when he was coming up with Orlando.
Well, that was Dwight's problem. People wanted him to be Shaq, and Dwight was completely different from Shaq.
Yep.
Yeah. He-
Except that he tried taking the same friggin' nickname.
Dwight's different though than like Embiid. Like
Yeah,
Embiid's
yeah.
just joking on dudes. Like Dwight's just being a complete clown, like trying to
Yeah.
get people to laugh and shit. You know?
Well,
Yeah, no, I'm just saying he's the last personality that I can remember.
Like Embiid's letting people, trying to let people know. Like
Embiid
Drummond
fouled
out
out.
and he was clapping
Yeah,
him.
yeah. I was gonna say he started pointing like
Yeah,
this.
yeah, he was putting on a show for the crowd. Like
What
you know,
was
Drummond
the-
was pissed.
What was the foul that he had drawn on somebody when he flopped the other day and then played to the crowd too?
Oh, I
and
forgot.
That little
he
dude
knows
ran
he's
into
doing
him. Oh, not even that.
yeah.
I forget what that was, but and then he said some shit afterwards, like, "Yeah, I flopped."
Yep.
They actually, McCoy, bringing up the Drummond thing, they asked Drummond about Embiid, and he said, I mean, you can't really have a conversation with a man who can't play back-to-back. I've been playing for 6 years, and I missed maybe 4 or 5 games. So when you can play a whole season without taking a rest off, you can come talk to me.
I saw that earlier.
See, you got to clap back at him, but it sucks. Like when you just lost to him twice, it's you can't really like.
Not
it's
much
kinda
else
hurt
you
what
could
you're
say.
saying.
Embiid kind
Yeah.
of strikes me as the guy that talks until like the person's ready to fight, and he's like, yo, man, I'm just joking.
Yeah, it's just joking. Yeah, it's just jokes. Yeah. Hopefully we find out. I mean, I don't expect dudes to be scrapping full on the basketball court, but we could definitely see some punches thrown. You know.
I bet you Enos Kanter doesn't take all that. Like, if you're going to go at LeBron, you got to go at...
Yeah, he definitely is. All them big European dudes are talking right back to him, like Jokic will, Nurkic. Them dudes are all out there.
Yeah, Nurkic blocks people and runs down the court waving his finger and stuff.
Yeah, them dudes.
Yeah, don't fuck with them. Those dudes are wild, bro. Nurkic and Jerkic.
Yeah. He'll get into it with somebody. Like somebody of these dudes are so friendly, though. It's like who's really gonna take it that far?
Your
you know?
boy Draymond, man, they're gonna give it to him.
Nah, him and Draymond. Draymond ain't gonna fight nobody. Draymond's friends with all these dudes, like
That's your boy,
except for your boy Bradley Beal.
the man.
But it's like, you know, him and Boogie were going at it, and it's like, well, you know, they were friends on the Olympic team. They're not about to punch each other.
Boogie might be the
probably.
one Embiid's not going to mess with.
Yeah. He ain't playing
Probably
that
be a
shit.
good decision by him.
Who was Boogie playing the other day? They were playing Portland. And Leonard Myers guy fouled Boogie really hard. Like, he slapped him, like, near his face. And as soon as the whistle was blown, he was like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. And Boogie was just pointing at him and stuff. I was like, yo, this dude is really scared of this man.
Yeah, that's soft. You can't have him guard him anymore.
No.
Like, I don't want you guarding this man with the game on the line when you've already apologized to him for fouling him too hard
Right?
once.
Afraid to make contact with him.
Yo, Boogie hit, like, a step-back 3 on him in the next play. And I was like, damn. Like, he's 7'1".
Boogie's crazy.
What are you doing?
Everything.
Everything.
And nothing if you're trying to play defense.
I really hope the Lakers get him.
Who are you trading?
Nah, they can just sign him as a free agent.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
he's up after this year?
Yep.
So you get him in
Paul
PG
George.
and you're good. You got to trade some people, though, right? You can't keep everybody you have.
Yeah, Randall's probably got to go. And Dang's definitely got to go. Which means
Brando was the one.
you attach the one to the other and get him out of there.
Yeah. Brando was the one running over to get in that Murray dude's face after he dribbled around Lonzo, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's ready to throw down.
PG is still on his way to LA, Rich.
The playoffs are going to have a lot to do with that. Like, all this right now, you know, like, whatever. If they make the playoffs and, like, make a run, yeah. I mean, he'll probably stay in Oklahoma City. I think he would have to win a championship, maybe, or make the Western Conference Finals.
I think if they lose in the first or second round, he's out. He was doing that anyway in Indiana.
Absolutely.
And if like they don't show any like the real chemistry with like Russ and him, like why would he stay?
And there's been some moments where he's looked at Russ like, "What are you doing?"
I
Yeah,
haven't
like the
heard
last game
shit
he
about
played.
them. Like, are they just floating under the radar right now because everything else, or
Well, it's like Russ is catching the blame for everything. You know, like this
he's
kid.
used to that though?
Yeah, this kid in like that Twitter group chat I'm in was like, the Thunder are like they have a losing record when he takes 7 threes, and when he doesn't take X amount of threes, they have a winning record. And like that stat is kind of flawed because it's like, is he taking these threes because they're losing? You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, is he trying to get them back in with these shots, or is he
Numbers
just
don't
out
always
here
tell the whole
like,
story.
yeah, like maybe he took 7 threes because they were down by 12 with 4 minutes to go.
Meanwhile, he has a triple double.
Man,
Yeah.
it should be all Melo's fault.
It should be all Melo's fault.
Melo put the hoodie on and
Yeah.
got with the Knicks stuff, and everybody loved him.
Well, he losing since he came out of college. He won that national championship. He's been a loser since.
That was the peak of his winning. In
He's a
basketball.
He made the
baller,
Western
though.
Conference Finals.
That was all Chauncey.
Yeah, he balled out in that Western Conference Finals too. That was the one where
Chauncey's-
he touched Kobe on the head. Like he was
Still
Kobe
made
was on the wing, and he touched Kobe on the head twice, and Kobe just raised up and drilled the 3 in his face.
Take that.
Yeah.
I love Kobe Bryant.
Didn't Battier or one of them dudes always like, put their hand in his face and try to cover his
Battier
eyes?
used to go in between his arms and put his hands in his face. And they asked Kobe about it, and he was like, "The rim doesn't move." He was like, "It's still like the same amount of distance away."
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's your boy right
Battier's a
there, McCoy.
boy.
Shane Battier.
Huh.
Oh yeah, that's
Nah,
both their
definitely
boys,
not my
Kev.
boy.
Bum.
Definitely
Especially,
not my boy.
especially when he got older and got them craters in his head.
Bridges in his head?
'Cause that's really your boy.
Your 2K player
There
kind of
is-
looks like him.
There is a new
He
boy
coulda
who
cut-
has been christened. Luke May is now Rich's boy, just so everybody in the public knows.
ACC Player of the Week.
That's right. Couple double doubles.
Got yammed out.
Next
Always
Kevin
double
Love,
double.
right?
Yeah.
You guys really think he's good? Like seriously,
Who
no.
said
Like,
it? Who said it was
No.
next? Kevin Love,
I-
Jay Williams?
Do you want my honest opinion on him, Rich?
yeah. I don't
I'm
want Anthony's honest
absolute-
opinion.
I am absolutely dumbfounded at what he's doing right now. Did
Getting
not see
dunked on?
any of these numbers coming. I understand that
I
they're
saw
against
that
lesser talent, but I still didn't see this shit coming.
I saw something when I was trying to find him get dunked on. Someone like broke down the like his stats, and he's only among like 4 UNC players to ever put up the numbers he is, and it's
Yeah.
like Tyler Hansbrough, Michael Jordan, and some really old guy. And I was like,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, if
it's
you're in the
crazy
same
what they're
name,
doing right now.
if
It's
you
insane.
if
I'll
you're
tell
at
you what.
UNC and you're on the same list as Michael Jordan and Tyler Hansbrough, you're a legend.
You're a legend, right?
Yeah.
What he's doing, he's on
Like-
his way to being some.
He was
So-
a legend from when he hit that shot. And from that
Yeah.
point on, he was a legend, regardless of what happened.
So
this year.
what the whole thing is with him is apparently he's a
Oh,
gym
it was
rat.
Jameson.
So he's
Jameson was the other guy.
yeah.
That's crazy.
So he's a gym rat. So apparently he has been in the gym nonstop, constantly working on plays. So it's tough to defend him right now for these kids. Whether it changes against tougher competition or not, we'll see. But he's got so many different
Oh, it's-
moves that he can make. That's why people are comparing
it's
him
gonna
to
change.
Kevin Love.
But Kevin Love wasn't this even in college.
Nah, Kevin Love was a chubby fucking
fatty.
outlet passer.
He was a big boy, had a big old bag hanging over his belt.
Yeah.
He was.
Nice.
Me and McCoy used to get into arguments that he was going to be good at that. Like McCoy didn't think he was going to be good in the NBA, and I thought he was going to be at least serviceable. We used to get into so many arguments about it.
Man, listen.
Let me find
You
out.
look
Luke
at
May.
when you saw him the first time. If you really looked at that dude, and like, oh, this cat's gonna be in the NBA.
Well,
Come on.
remember the dude that he played next to on UCLA? Had all the wristbands and the headband. It was mad lanky. He used to come out. He was the video game
yeah.
dude. You don't know.
Creative
I don't
player.
know what his name was, but he played at UCLA the same time as Love, and he had every band you could think of with his hair all gelled up. You remember
That
who
was
I'm
the real
talking
star.
about?
Love was taking his shine out there.
Love was a big old boy, man.
I thought May was taller too. I didn't realize he was only 6'8".
Yeah. I mean, he can jump, but he's not tall.
He didn't jump too good on that donkey got
I
on.
was just gonna say, didn't get up high enough last night.
He went up on a defensive posture like he was gonna get like a charge or some shit, but he left the floor. I don't know what he was thinking on that.
He tried. Roy's not going to yell at him after that one.
I mean, you can't get on somebody after that happened.
Hold on. So when this dude hoisted up that shot,
Which
win the
last
game.
year against
Yeah.
Kentucky?
that's who you wanted shooting the rock.
No.
Like not at all.
Like when he put that up, like were you both like, oh,
They were
fuck.
mad
Yeah,
nervous.
well, the game was tied then, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so we really
So-
had nothing to lose, but I also didn't want to go to OT.
I'll tell you
Just give it
exactly
to
what my
Luke
thought
May,
process
right?
was because it was a bang thing. Monk missed a free throw. We got the rebound and ran down court. I didn't realize who it was because Theo had the ball in his hands. I thought Theo would just slash to the hoop. And then all of a sudden he dumped it off. And before I could even realize it was May, the ball was out of his hands. And I was like, oh shit. And it went through the hoop.
Was
so
it a
I didn't
three?
have time to be like, no. No, it was a
Nah,
long
like
two.
It was a long two though, right?
little bit off the elbow.
Yeah.
So they knew, man. Luke must have been hitting him in practice.
Yo, so
That dude was like-
Probably.
McCoy will remember this. When he was a freshman and he came in, both of us were like, who the hell is this dude? Byron Sanders, who used to play on UNC. He was on the 05 team. He worked with us for a couple of years, and he played those pickup games with him. And he was like, yo, this dude can shoot. So from then, they knew he could shoot. It was just whether he got the playing time and got his game to where it is. Hopefully it keeps up. As a Tar Heel fan, I want to see him keep doing this.
Yeah, hell yeah. Can't stop now.
Psycho May.
I'll be fired up to see his
there's only
jersey
one
go up in the
cycle.
rafters. 'Cause if his jersey goes up in the rafters, it means North Carolina's probably back in another Final Four.
You just call him Psycho May?
Yeah.
Yo, I will say, he looks like a like an '80s porn star. Yo, the mustache goatee thing he's got going on is not
The
working.
picture that I see that Rich just sent, he looks real greasy. Like, Mountain Man over
His
here.
brother won the baseball championship, didn't he?
Yeah, his brother's a pitcher. At
Oh, his
Florida.
brother Sean?
Yeah.
That family
Yeah.
is
He's just
just
the coach, man.
that family just spitting out UNC greats.
Yo, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking of something because McCoy can't enjoy rooting for Sean May. I mean, Luke May, right?
I was
Like-
gonna say, why can't he?
Like, he didn't even enjoy rooting for Sean May. But
Not until that tournament run.
who's the
Same with
player
Kennedy.
on one of your favorite teams that you couldn't stand? But
That's
he
an easy
made it.
question.
But no. But he
already
made
know
a
what
play
you're saying.
that you had to be like, damn.
Like I said, it's an easy question. We were talking about it when it happened, and it was last year, and it was Kennedy Meeks.
Yeah.
Yo, I hated that dude. I despised him. He was terrible. His entire 4 years here. And then we won a championship, and he was a large part of it in the Elite Eight Final Four with his rebounding and shit. Like, he just took it to another level. It was Sean May all over again.
Yeah, pretty much. Because we kept saying, like, if he leads us to the title, I
It's the only
have
way
no
we
problem
could've.
with him. But other than that, fuck this dude. Mission
Now-
completed.
Now, because that was so easy, let me see if I can think of somebody else that's happened with.
I'm having a hard time thinking of someone
Shit,
that you just
man.
couldn't stand, but you were like, damn, he did this. So
That's all.
Those don't really come around because you're like, you already
Was-
want to give dudes a chance right off the
McCoy,
bat.
was
'cause they're
Quentin
on your
Thomas
team.
on any of the title teams?
Oh God, that's who I was thinking you were gonna say first. Honestly, I hope not. Honestly,
I don't think he was, because if he was, I wouldn't have shit on him so hard.
Yeah, that's true.
Um,
I don't know. He was pretty garbage. Sound like why he had no business playing for UNC.
none whatsoever.
He was
Like, he
terrible.
shouldn't even been playing D1 ball at all.
Oh, he might have been solid somewhere else, but
Yeah, Appalachian State.
he could have been on Tulane or something.
yeah, I can't think
That's
of
tough.
anyone.
I can't think of anybody off the top of my head,
Like,
Rich.
you
know,
guys
or
love
even trying to
UNC
think
too
about
much,
it.
man.
I'm
Everybody that
thinking
goes
even
there is
through
a god.
Penguins teams. I'm thinking through the Bulls teams.
Penguins teams. That shit always makes me laugh.
Penguins.
Why? It's
Fucking
not
hockey.
my fault that we're the 2P champions.
Yo.
The two.
The 2P champions. That makes me hope everything bad happens to them and only them.
It makes me hope their team plane crashes.
I love how much you guys hate
Two
that.
P.
Because it's stupid.
No, it's not. Excuse me for trying to be different than everybody else and saying repeat. It's
Stick to the
goddamn
script,
2P.
Two P.
It's like Pete and Pete.
Yeah, I'm like thinking it's two people over here. Two assholes just sitting with each other.
They gonna make it 3 this year?
No.
I'm hoping so. They
Are
got
they-
another. I mean, they're always going to have a solid squad. They're not getting rid of their core. Matt Murray is 22 years old, so
Matt Murray, like I know who that is. Who the fuck is Matt Murray?
the goalkeeper.
Okay. Matt Murray could
Talked
have been the
about him.
coach.
I talked about him last year. You guys
Didn't he get benched in the playoffs?
No,
The only thing I pay
he
attention
got-
to when you talk
he got
hockey
hurt.
is
Matt
how I
Flory,
can hate
who
on
was. What's that?
you. The only thing I pay attention when you talk hockey is how I can hate on you.
I was well aware. Every single time I said who they were playing, you just rooted for them the whole time.
I'm
I'm
your
trying to
luck
throw
charm.
something out there to trash talk you with, but I don't even know what to say. I don't know what team is good. I don't know what player to shit on or to hate on.
I know they
or
got
anything.
Crosby and the
And he's a bitch.
Milechkin or whatever, right?
Malkin, Ovechkin's on
Malkin,
the
there we go.
Capitals.
Yeah, Milechkin. I think I just combined their
Malechkin,
names.
Ovechkin.
No, because I was thinking of that Malkin dude.
Oh, okay.
And I
okay.
just tried to make it Russian somehow.
I remember the first time I found out Kyle liked hockey. We were going to Kev's on one of our Friday trips. And Kev was going to get propane or something, and he just randomly brought up hockey. And I was like, what are we talking about right now? It was like 2008.
Fucking hockey.
Penguins were in the Stanley Cup. They lost to the Red Wings that year.
Cool.
Yeah, we
Probably
taking
what I was
them losses,
talking
man.
about. Big Red Machine steamrolled us.
How many
Got 'em
ti-
next year though.
How many times has he made the finals? Oh, if you don't know this off the
4.
top of your head, you ain't no fan.
Made it 4.
So he's 2-4.
He is 3-4.
Ah, if he loses this year, he'll be LeBron, son. Then you gotta hate on him too.
No,
Yeah.
Wait,
I don't hate
Yeah.
on LeBron.
Ah,
I don't hate on LeBron. I'm leaving
Hold
for a
on,
second.
hold on.
that's like when
I
you
don't-
said you had nothing against Tebow.
No. I didn't finish my statement. I don't hate on LeBron about his titles just in general. It's if you want to bring up other people, then I'll hate on his titles about it. But with Crosby, there's no question or debate whatsoever if he's number 1. The answer is no. Like, he's not even top 3.
Like in the league right now or ever.
Oh, in the league right now, yes, he's the best player. But ever? No, he's not even top 3.
He ain't the best
Is he
player
the
right
best
now.
player or are you just a Penguins fan?
No, he's the best player,
No,
man.
he's not. I know he's not.
Okay, who's better then, Kev? You just said you don't know anybody or who's good or who's not, but you know
I'm
he's
gonna
not the
find
best
out
player.
right now.
Go
Google's
for it.
gonna tell me.
Google's going to tell you?
Yep.
Make a Twitter poll.
What are you going to ask Google?
Top NHL players.
Let's see who comes up first.
Like, in what topic? In gross income?
How much does like the highest paid hockey player get a season?
He makes the most, and it's probably like $10 million with endorsements.
$10 million. Like, oh, so that's his game salary and endorsements combined.
I'll find.
McCoy,
Let me
you
look
know
up his
who's-
contract for you real quick. They don't make a lot,
McCoy, you know who's
but they
better?
have increased their salary cap recently, though.
Who you got,
PK
Kev?
Subban.
Not even close to the best player in the league, but okay.
Isn't that that
Why?
black dude?
Yeah,
Hey,
see, why
he's a
isn't he
def-
the
He's
best?
a
Oh, my
defenseman. He's a
That's
defenseman on
right.
the
Best
the,
player
uh,
in the league, sir. PK. You were just trying to throw cornbread again, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Trying
get
to hide the
fuck outta
facts.
here. Yeah, so Crosby made $10.9 million.
All right, so that's solid. It
So
probably
Ovechkin
sucks for
makes
him
$10
that like
million.
the bench players in the NBA make that much.
Last year, the highest salary was $12 million.
$12 million a year was the highest salary in the league.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not surprised by that.
No, but then you have a lot of guys on the team. It's kind of like a mix between basketball and baseball, where you have a bunch of dudes that are making pretty good and decent money, and then a whole bunch of guys that are making like the league minimum.
All right, so NHL.com on September 30th released the top 10 NHL players, and
This is
Your
what
boy-
we're doing right now.
your boy Connor
welcome back.
McDavid.
Like I was
No,
going.
because I was just challenging Straub that his favorite player wasn't the best.
He
in
said
my
Crosby was
opinion.
the best.
Who do they have ranked right now? McDavid?
Yeah,
That's okay. That you can make an argument for him.
yeah. So your player isn't the best. That's what I
Still,
was arguing.
My
against.
argument would be for Crosby.
Of
But you
course,
can
Where's
make an
Crosby
argument
on the
for
list,
either
though?
of these
Rich,
players.
of course,
There's no
Straub's
cut and
favorite
dry
player's
player.
got to be the best. So I was
Huh?
just trying
What
to prove.
happened?
I was just trying to prove him wrong.
Did he try to say Crosby was like LeBron or something? Because he's
He
not.
said he was
not
the
at all.
best player in the league easily.
Only because it's his favorite. So you know I had to
It's
come in
his
and shut that down.
No.
Got the wool over his eyes of being a fan.
Continue
when
with
I
the
won't-
list now, Kev. I'm
I'll
intrigued.
tell you when I won't be a fan of him is February 8th when the Winter Olympics start. Fuck him in Canada. Let's go USA.
Who the hell are these people? I could.
Yeah.
Who are these people?
Yeah, I used to watch Mike and Mike back in the day, and they used to read off politicians' names and hockey players, and you had to guess which one was which.
Do any of them have names like Ty Cobb?
Oh, your boy.
Ty Cobb.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, dude.
Shout out to Dragonfly Jones.
That dude. Oh my god.
Hockey's
like,
whack.
It was never even
You're
like clear cut that Sidney Crosby was the best player ever, right? Wasn't Ovechkin
Oh, he's
always?
not even close to the best player ever.
No, I mean in the league. In the league.
Yeah,
That's
think
what I was saying.
I think Sidney Crosby is.
No, I mean like, but it's always been an
Crosby's-
argument between the two. Like I know what
Crosby's
you think.
not even the best player on his
not
own
as
team.
Of, not as of the last couple of years. There hasn't been that argument. Like Crosby has been better clearly than Ovechkin. Ovechkin's game has always been to score. Crosby could do both, and because of that, he's been able to be better and at that higher level longer than Ovechkin has. The second best player in the league is probably who they have ranked number one, Connor
here we
McDavid,
go.
who's young and is really, really good.
Is this like a thing though that like Sidney Crosby's better than Ovechkin because Sidney has rings?
Yeah,
No.
that's what he's
No,
trying
that
to
has,
say.
that has nothing to do with it.
Sidney Crosby's not even the best player on his own team.
Some
his
people may
own
try and argue
team.
that. Gino is really friggin' good. He's a Hall of Famer, but Sidney is the best. He's the best. in the world.
Evenji. It's all about Evenji.
Hold on.
Evgeny. It's Evgeny, you jackass.
I have no idea who the hell you guys are talking about.
Just looking at this
Malkin.
list, dude.
He can't be,
Evgeny
hold
Malkin.
on. He can't be the best player in the league if people argue that the player next
That's
to him is
what I
better.
was gonna say.
Some people will try and say it, but nobody's going to, like, nobody that knows hockey and watches a game is going to agree that Evgeny Malkin is better
They
than
just
Sidney
made
Crosby.
Kev. Was he ranked above Sidney Crosby on the list?
He's 3 spots behind him, but that's too
Okay,
close.
I was gonna say who knows better than NHL.com.
right? This,
That was too
I'm
much.
getting all my, I'm getting all my facts from
Right.
this list. Arguing with Straub about some people I don't even know how to say their names.
That's the problem.
There is a guy that's ranked 6th on this list that sounds like he's a beast. Brent Burns. Who the hell is Brent?
Brent Burns, yeah, he's the
Burns.
defenseman for the Sharks.
I'm
He
annoyed
sounds
that
like
you know
he's a
that.
bad motherfucker.
That bothers me that you know that.
Why are you annoyed that I know that? Like, I root for a team. I should know about the sport that I'm
Oh, he
rooting
looks-
for, right?
Yo, he's got a grizzly ass beard. He looks like
Yeah,
he is
son.
not messing around.
Looks
Kev,
like
Y'all
Mountain
just beat
Man.
the Sharks in the finals, didn't you?
Yes, we did 2 years
Kev,
ago.
put him at
Yeah.
number one.
Put it on him. The
Yeah.
first in our 2P.
Oh God,
Yep.
it hurts my soul every time you say it.
Anybody else intrigue you on that list, Kev?
Oh, let's see here.
I'm
Isn't
enjoying
your,
this
isn't your boy
broadcast
mad
right now.
fragile?
Who?
Yeah,
Sidney?
he is.
No,
Mr.
I mean,
Glass.
his head is, but outside of that, no.
No, just the most important thing on him is
Right.
He's never had any other injury that's kept him out for any significant time. He's just,
Just
had
a
that
little
one
brain
really,
damage.
really bad
He's
concussion.
fine.
Bitch ass Mr. Glass out there.
No, so that
exactly
was not
what it
his
was.
fault that he got 3 concussions in 2 days.
I'm-
Whose fault is it?
It was the teams for putting him back out there.
Does he fight people, or is he one of those people that like gets pushed
don't
around
fight
and someone
nobody.
fights
He
for
don't
him?
fight nobody.
He has fought people, but the way it works in hockey is when you go after a superstar, somebody else cuts in. Like, they're not allowed to
Goons.
fight most of the
The
time.
goon.
No,
It's
That's
been that
right.
way throughout history with all of them, like Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux.
You've seen him fight though? Like, does he have
Yeah.
hands?
Yeah,
he doesn't have-
no,
he does
no,
not
he doesn't
have
have hands. No, he does not have hands.
this list is a bunch of scrubs.
I mean, he
from
gets
here
to actually
on out.
fight. I've never seen it, so
no, it doesn't. Like he probably
I mean, I
actually
would've
gets in a
assumed he
fight
did.
once a year, maybe.
hopefully he gets knocked out.
I've never seen him get knocked out. No.
Well, honestly, with that soft head, they need to not let him fight. He'll just be getting more concussions.
With that soft head.
Usually with like guys, with dudes like that, when they do get into a fight, once they realize they're in trouble, they just wrap up and go to the ice. Because once that happens, the ref jump in.
Hold on, he
That's
just
whack.
curls up.
Wayne
No, not
Corbett
curls
on
up,
ice
like
skates.
wraps up the
Sad.
dude. You know, like when you're
Gets in the
boxing, you
fetal
heard of
position.
tying him up. Tie him up, go down to the ice with the guy, and they break up.
Wayne Corbett on ice skates.
Wayne Corbett is the man. Don't you
No
dare,
wonder
don't
Straub
you
loves
dare
him.
try and shit on Will. Actually, putting him with Sydney is a
Yo,
compliment. I like that.
Cindy gets a concussion just putting the helmet on. Oh shit!
He took a mean hit to the head last year, and he was just fine.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you thought you were fine.
He went out and won the Conn Smythe again.
I mean,
Which, by the way, do you guys know what the Conn Smythe goes to?
nope.
The MVP?
The best player. Oh, Sidney Crosby, winner of the Conn Smythe. Two-peat for that one as well.
Karl Malone won an MVP too.
Yeah, and
While
that
Michael
means that
Jordan
he-
was in the league. So tell me Karl Malone was the best player.
Say he was. This
The
isn't the
mailman
NBA.
says-
It's different in the NHL.
Oh, it's different, yeah. The only
Yep.
difference in the NHL is the skin tone.
And that nobody watches.
That too. And the salaries. So basically everything. Oh, can we talk about how I got lied to by you, Kyle, and you tried to
Lied.
You
convince
did
me?
not get lied to by me.
I did. Because
No, you
you,
did not.
sat here and you told me for weeks that the U was back.
Listen,
And them
listen,
boys are not
listen
back.
listen closely to what I
No,
said.
no U team I know would lose 38-3.
Listen
Right.
closely to what I said, because if you listen to the broadcast, I said the U is back. Maybe.
I told you Clemson was going to get up in that S.
McCoy
When we were
watched,
talking, go back into
McCoy
the group
watched them
chat.
for 10 minutes and was
Go
like,
back
they're
in
done.
our. You can go back
Oh,
in our
yeah.
group chat and look when me and McCoy were talking about when they played UNC, and we were like, "Wow, when this team plays a good team, they're going to get run out of the stadium." But it was exciting. The turnover chain. The U is back. They were on TV. It was fun. It was happy.
They were on TV.
I'm sorry, I got you excited.
It's really the U's fault for being the U, you know?
Well,
You just want them to be good.
They're
yeah,
not getting
you know?
the emoji hands from me until I really think they're back. Until they
Yep.
do something.
Yeah,
And
there's-
from now
I'll
on, they're
agree
just
with-
the
I'll agree
capital
with
letter
that.
U.
Yep.
So who's your pick, Straub? Out of the four.
National championship.
Yep. Who's gonna win it?
What's the
Roll
You know what?
Tide.
I'm going with my boy Mayfield in Oklahoma because I
Yes.
want him to be a Jet.
Yes.
That's who I'm going with. Is Baker Mayfield?
I want
Let's
him
go.
to tell every team the deal as he does it.
Yes, the entire time,
Can't argue.
and
with
then
that.
wins the Heisman as well.
I'm here for that too, but I think Alabama's going to win.
People
I'd
really
be
tell you
pissed.
Alabama made it right.
Oh yeah.
Some people are.
I
I
Two
don't
don't know.
lie.
Pissed because two SEC teams, man. No Big Ten. They are
No,
pissed.
all right. Here's why a lot of people are haters.
I can't trust you.
Haters. People
Never
hate
let 'em
Alabama
astray.
because they win so much. So they got in and they're pissed about it. Just like if Ohio State had gotten in, people would have been pissed. Ohio State wins too much. They have 2 losses. How the hell did they make the playoff?
Well,
been the same way either
they're-
way.
Big Ten people are pissed that two SEC teams are in there. and
Well, the Big Ten should get better at the sport of football.
I
then,
agree.
because-
I
Maybe.
definitely agree.
Ohio
Not
State
there.
got smoked by Iowa, didn't they?
yeah,
Yeah, by 31.
and Illinois.
No. You don't
Like,
lose
they
to
gave
31.
Up, they gave up 50-something points against Illinois.
My entire life, I never thought a Big Ten team was going to win anything.
No.
Ever.
No.
I'm not one of these people outraged by this.
Oklahoma's like that too, though.
They
Oklahoma
are,
was
but
always
Baker
getting their
Mayfield
ass
is a
kicked.
different cat, though.
Yeah.
I'm here for Mayfield. I'm all for him.
They just got no defense, man. But they could
It's all
score.
right, let him just sling out there. He'll put
Yeah,
up
but is
50
he
a
gonna-
game.
So who did they play in the first round? Georgia.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
Georgia's about to
Clemson,
get in that
Alabama
ass.
in the other one, which will be a great game to see.
I like Clemson's
Oh,
quarterback,
man.
man. He reminds me of Cam.
I haven't seen much
did
of
you
them.
see
I just
him
know
go-
I hear a lot about their defense. Their
Did-
front seven is apparently just a brick wall.
Did you see Clemson's quarterback out there
Yeah,
dressed
I saw
up
it
just
over
like
the
Cam
place.
in his purple velvet jacket and his
Oh,
dress
no,
shoes
really?
without
Oh,
socks,
no,
man?
Cam,
He's Cam
really?
2.0, dude.
I might have to change my pick. I don't have like I have weird allegiances. Like I'm all about the like late 2000 Florida teams. Like St. John's will
Noah.
always St. John's will always yeah. See, I wasn't even talking about those teams, but you knew what I was talking about. Like yeah, that's another team.
Ah, you meant the football team.
Yeah. And like
I knew what you were talking about. Fuck Joakim Noah and those teams.
yo,
Hey,
I
fuck
love
you.
those teams. McCoy, you know,
Joakim
I was
Noah is the
thinking
man.
McCoy, you know,
Yo,
I was
those
thinking
Gator
about a bunch
teams
of
are
times
nasty.
watching the Laker games. How happy I
Lots,
would have
yeah,
been if it was
Brewer.
like 10 years ago that Corey Brewer was on the Lakers.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, that dude was the man. I'm right there with you, Rich.
Back
Those
in
Gator
action there,
basketball
too.
teams, but I know what football teams you're talking about too.
Yeah, but like, I don't have like a college team. Like St. John's will always have a special place in my heart, but like Clemson always seemed like a bitch ass team to root for. Like I could never get
Right.
behind Clemson. Get up out of here.
Get out of
Like,
here,
they got some
Dabo.
Cam S team out there. Like if he's out there in purple velvet,
Yeah, dude, he was rocking it. He was rocking it, dude.
like
But
I can get behind that.
you talk about college allegiance. They're not in it until next year. Go Sun Devils.
Yes,
Let's go, Herm.
the head coach out there.
You guys have no bad feelings towards Herm?
Hell
None
no.
whatsoever. I love Herm.
He had every reason to
Was
get
Herm
out
a
like
good
he
coach?
did.
Not in Kansas City.
He was decent in New York. Like he had a couple of good years.
like-
But
I think he was
Yeah.
a good coach. I'm all about
listen,
Herm.
McCoy, when you live in
Yeah.
mediocrity, if you can get an entertaining coach, you like him.
That's
I
why y'all
guess.
loved Rex.
Yeah. At least for the first couple of years. That got old real quick.
Yeah, Rex faded. I loved him in the beginning, and that shit got old. But Herm, the man. I don't care. The
Yeah,
man.
always. I
At the
love Herm.
beginning, the end, now, later, whatever. Herm Edwards is the man.
You play to win the game.
He didn't do
Love
much
the
of that winning though.
He got us to the playoffs a lot more than most coaches do,
I
and
think
that's
he
saying
brought us to
something
the
for the
playoffs
Jets.
twice.
He was 54-74 as a head coach, and with 2-4 in the playoffs.
Yo, I
Yeah,
think,
that
I think
means he
he's
got us
lost,
there
like, his
twice.
last,
That's
like,
mediocrity in its
18
finest
games,
right
too.
there.
That's garbage though. 20 games under 500.
Son, we're talking about the Jets.
His quarterback had a noodle for an arm.
I'm
Chad
just saying,
Pennington.
like he's not a good coach, right?
No, but he's a great dude, though.
Oh,
and I
yeah,
loved
fine
him
with that.
as the coach
I'm cool
because
with
of that.
part. I like him too. I'm cool with that part, but
I,
if we're being real here, he's shitty
If he
as
was a good coach, he wouldn't have got fired. He would have still been coaching.
So I mean, I guess these Arizona State fans probably have a legit beef then.
Nah.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
You
they
think
definitely
so?
do. So I
It's
read something.
college.
Apparently, he got hired because his boy is the AD.
Oh,
Okay.
they have a beef then.
You got to know people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think he's perfect for college, dude.
Yeah.
yeah.
He can go
Like-
in there and
I
recruit
do.
anyone.
I do, too, except is he out of touch with the game at that level?
Nah,
Damn.
he's been doing all this.
They asked
He's
him
been
that
coaching.
already.
He's coached the all.
He ain't there to play.
Right?
He's coached the All American game, like the college All Star game. He coaches that, and
Uh-huh.
he's been involved with scouting and all this stuff with high school and college football for like the last few years. I was
I
reading.
hope the hell that he does good. Like, that would be so awesome.
He's just a motivational dude, man. I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
saying he's the greatest coach or any of that shit, but if he would have had a quarterback, that record would have been a hell of a lot different. You gonna tell me
Hey, not Chad, your boy.
man? There's so
But
many.
it wasn't all with the Jets. What's his record with the Jets?
Oh, that's
I
his
don't know,
overall
what's
record. His record with the Jets was well above 500 because his
I don't
last
know about
couple
well.
years
Let's
with the
slow
Chiefs,
down
he
with
only
well.
won like 4
Let's pump the
games.
brakes on well. No one's record with the Jets is well above anything. Let's,
Okay.
let's slow down.
Well, in my
slow
mind,
down.
is 10 games.
Well, that's a
like-
lot.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. 10 games. That's a lot above
All right,
500.
so you're wrong. In his 5 years as the Jets head coach, he compiled a 39-41 record,
Fuck.
including a 2-3 record in the playoffs, and a 5-15 stretch during his final 20 games with the club.
With no quarterback.
Was
Oh, yeah,
he
that was when
the
Chad
coach?
Brooks
Kev?
Bollinger.
When you made the playoffs, you were 9-7, son. So I don't know where you're getting well above from.
Kev, was he
I
the
thought
coach
that because
when,
his last couple years with the Chiefs were really, really bad.
Kev, was he the coach when you missed the field goals in San Diego?
Yep, and then won it. Same thing happened in Pittsburgh too.
Yeah.
Had a nasty defense, man. He could coach a D, but had no quarterback. I mean, he's just like every other coach out there.
It's been the story of every good Jets team we've ever seen in our lifetime. Defense was good, stop people.
I don't
Score the
know.
ball,
He's,
though.
I just think he's one of those guys as a good motivator, good D. And if he would have had I mean, there's a tons of guys out there I think are trash right now that are only still coaching because they have a good quarterback. Like I don't think
Oh,
Mike
you're-
McCarthy is that great of a coach
Your
with the Packers,
situation,
but you got Aaron
100%.
Rodgers. You're just
Yeah.
gonna be a good coach. It's just the way
Well,
it is.
just look at Bill Belichick. Like, the situation that you're in will dictate whether you can succeed or not. He was in Cleveland. How'd that go?
Yeah,
think
but
he
this
was-
dude
I
has
think he did
also
all right in
won with
Cleveland.
other quarterbacks.
Yeah, he
Tom
did,
Brady
he
was
did all right, but then you give him a situation like the Patriots where the roster was better, the management above him and around him is better, and look what happens.
But yeah, but look, you give him
Another
Matt
10-win
Castle,
season
and he
for the
goes
Astros.
11-5. You give the rest of the league Matt Castle, and they go 3-13. That dude is nasty. Like,
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But look at the situation you're in. That helps. When he was with the Browns, who are so bad, he was able to do okay with them. But that's about the best you're going to do with the Browns. So if Herm's in a decent spot, maybe he can do well with the Sun Devils.
the Browns.
Get some good coordinators.
Josh
around them.
Gordon made his appearance again. Back
He
in
looked
the
like
league.
he was balling too.
4
I saw
catches.
none of the NFL this week because I was at work. I got home yesterday.
I saw Marcus
How the hell did
Peters
the-
throw the penalty
How did the
flag in the
Jets?
stands.
Yes, I saw that.
That
How
was
did the
awesome.
Jets win, and how did that dude not get thrown out of the game?
He thought he did. Came back with no socks on. Just
Tried to yell at the
cleats.
fans.
Because he's probably the only person in history to throw something that the official has anything to do with and not get thrown out of a game.
Yeah, at that
Remember when
point,
that one dude on the Ravens threw the flag and I got hit in the eye and threw the flag at the ref?
Yep, I remember that from way back in the day.
he
Josh
pushed him
McCown
right.
is tied for the league lead with rushing quarterback touchdown, son, with Cam
What is
Newton.
going on?
That's terrible. Josh McCown.
How many did
Rob-
Vic ever have in a season?
I think 10 or
I
11.
think he had like 10 to 13 or something.
Cam owns the record.
Well, he had like 20, right?
I can't
Yeah,
remember
stupid.
exactly what it was, but yeah, when they went to the Super Bowl a couple years ago, he said it.
Who's the better quarterback, Cam Newton or Michael Vick?
Big.
Cam.
Kevin.
Michael Vick.
Yeah.
Never seen
Yeah.
anything like that, man.
Yeah, I'm saying Vic.
Never probably will see anything like Vic either, though.
No.
Which is crazy. Like, these other dudes, like, there's other dudes that run left and right, but just like everything he had going for him at that time, like, that dude was a megastar.
He
Like,
had the complete package.
yeah. Except Brian Finnegan was his top receiver. That's funny.
He had
They are
Roddy
very
before
similar, though.
Roddy was
like
good.
Cam is bigger. Cam is harder to take down, so he's not as like jukey. But he's got a little bit better accuracy than Vic did, though.
More durability, too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Vic was so tiny out there. Like, you just see him dropping back. He looks so small.
Well, 'cause
Vic
I
might
think-
be the most athletic football player I've ever seen in my life.
And because of that, like normally those like that, he would have gotten to college and normally would have been converted from a quarterback, which he was in high school because he could make all the plays, to a skill position, whether it was wide receiver, cornerback, something.
Yep.
But he was so athletic and so unstoppable that they were like, we can't move him. He's still a weapon that can do whatever he wants on the
and he
field.
could
So
throw the
yeah,
ball
that-
have at
90
it,
yards.
yards.
And that dude could throw the ball 70 yards downfield with the flick of a wrist.
Flick
like,
of the wrist.
Yeah,
off
he
his
just
back
had
foot, like.
he had so many tools that they couldn't move him from that
Yeah.
spot, even though he wasn't built for it.
It's hard to say he wasn't built for it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, built for it in the terms of what, like in the NFL and in the league, being able to be durable and in the pocket and take the pounding that you're going to from the size of the people that you're going to. I don't think he was built for that.
Yeah, he snapped his leg the one year in the preseason, and then Atlanta was horrible.
Of course they were.
It's like, well, maybe this should make you consider getting this guy some help now too, though. Like that your team is this awful with him not there.
You would
Maybe
think a
get
lot
a-
of teams would do that, but they don't.
Yeah.
Like they didn't go out and get him any type of wide receivers. They're like, all right, here's Algie Crumpler. Here you go.
Yeah, that dude got rocked by Brian Dawkins in that playoff game.
Yes, he did.
He was laying the boom on everybody.
Brian Dawkins
that
was
dude up.
nasty.
When Brian Dawkins hit him?
Yeah,
Yep.
destroyed that man.
Like, how you not get him any? That's all the help you got him.
Crumpler and Finnegan.
He had TJ McDuckett.
TJ. And Warwick down out there.
TJ.
What wasn't bad.
What was that?
Did you just go down, McCoy?
Nah, I dropped my table though.
How do you drop a table?
I hit the stupid thing and it fell down. Hold on.
Yeah, hold on.
I thought we were going to be able to bear witness to his chair giving way on live while we were live doing this.
That would have been great.
Nobody else would have known why, but there would have been just 5 minutes of us laughing.
Would have been worth it.
Yep. While he's rearranging himself, did either of you guys have a topic you wanted to discuss this week?
Hey, Kev,
Yeah.
in the month of November, right? James Harden scored or assisted on 59.2 points per game for the Rockets, right? You know who never did that?
Who?
Michael Jordan.
Never.
So you know what I'm here to say? James
What was the stat?
James Harden is better than Michael Jordan.
What was the stat?
Better. The GOAT.
He's better. That's
He's
all you need
better.
to know is that
That's
James
all.
Harden's better than Michael Jordan.
The
He's
best.
better than Kobe too then.
Listen, man, I'm okay with it. You're not.
If it were facts, maybe I would have to deal with that.
He scored or assisted on 59.2% of the Houston Rockets' points in the month of November.
That doesn't surprise me.
Nor does it mean a goddamn thing.
MVP.
I mean, it means he's pretty good.
yeah.
Rich, when did they play the Lakers? Yesterday?
Yeah.
He lost all that cash to Chris Paul. Did you see that?
No.
Half court
Wow.
shots. So after the game, they all went out to center court at Staples Center.
Mm-hmm.
There was a bunch of dudes out there, and CP3 and Harden were throwing all this cash half court for whichever one of them made the shot first. The CP3 one shot, first shot, nothing but net, and Harden bricked his first shot, and CP3 scooped up all the cash, man. So he said,
Sure he did.
"Take that stat, take that stat. I'm taking the cash."
That's like Nick Young was telling stories about doing half-court shootouts with Steph Curry. And he said he challenged him, and Steph hit the first shot, and he was like, "Oh, I'm
Why
never
would you
betting that
challenge
again."
Steph Curry? It seems like something that he practices on the regular.
It's Nick Young.
I read
son.
Did you read that article? Steph's
Maggie
getting too
P, man.
muscular. He's getting too muscular, so his shot percentage
Oh,
is
is it ruining
dropping.
his form?
Did you read that? I forget where
No,
I
I
saw
didn't
that.
see that.
I think it was on ESPN. I gotta find it. But Steph's
Is he
getting
having a
too
mad good season?
Yeah.
he's getting too brolic, man.
He's got 12 tonight on. He's only 1 of 5 from 3, and they're
See?
down 20 though at the half.
Yeah,
The
too
Pelicans
strong.
are getting at him right now.
He's
Oh,
in the
but
weight room too
they're
much.
still going to win, right, McCoy?
Yep.
He's right.
Steph's,
They probably will.
Steph's just
I
worried
mean-
about flexing on people nowadays.
Yeah. Throwing off the guns out
See,
there.
getting too buff, man. Gonna miss all them shots now.
Yeah.
I'll find that article and send it to you. You'll see. You need to get on his workout so you can get buff like Steph Curry, McCoy.
Oh, yeah, what else am I going to get with that? Am I
A
going to be able to
statement
drain
I don't
half
think
court
I would have
jumpers?
ever thought I would have heard.
You gotta
on
get
that
buff
Steph
like buff like Steph Curry.
Can I hit half court shots too?
I don't know.
Nope,
You don't.
he's too buff to hit him anymore.
Too buff. Too
You
buff.
lose the form.
I'll take that trade off.
Can't pick your arms up that high when you're that buff.
Yeah, I can't get stuff off the top shelf.
Nah, man. Definitely can't shoot 3-pointers.
Like that guy that used to play on the one softball team, I was so like that.
No.
Worked out
What team
just
was
one
that? They had
muscle.
that dude, the dude that wore the helmet playing the field.
John Olerud.
I don't remember what team that was though.
What color was
LeVar Ball should be down there, like Block Park.
LeVar Ball.
Playing A-class
Kingston
slow
Wrestling
pitch
softball.
softball. Like that's with them sweatpants he always has on. I feel like he should be coaching first or third for one of those teams we used to play. Like the one other dude that would talk shit to us.
I brought stuff to a guy the other day who's an electrician, but he played for the Bombers. And I asked him because he looked familiar, and I told him what team we were on. And he was like, "Oh, I loved you guys." He said, "Showed up on the bus the first game." And I was like, "Yeah, that was us." And he said he remembered he watched us when we won the second championship. And he was like, "I watched you look at the guy in second base, and you were like, if any of them fuck up, we're winning." And he was like, I looked at my friend, and I was like, he just put their whole infield on notice.
Sure enough, game over.
Getting ahead.
Yep. Mitch LeVar Ball out here speaking it into existence.
Yeah.
Had the wrong name on the back of the jersey.
Definitely did.
The wrongest of names. The only name wronger would have been Sandusky.
Jeez.
Your boy.
If you only knew.
Right?
Yo.
Oh, man. Imagine that. Would it be a podcast if we didn't talk about Penn State?
No.
Gotta get that clarification.
That's funny.
Oh, speaking of that, Strom, that first line you put in that text was the funniest shit, dude. You said, so I like to cook.
All right, hold on. Let me
I'm
just
good at
clarify
it.
because you're going into something that nobody else is gonna understand at all.
Yeah, that shit was
Yeah,
classic.
clarify that, Sid.
I saw
my
a cake
God.
that was on Facebook, and I
Not
attempted
even.
to make that shit, and it went horribly, horribly wrong. So I sent a text message to these guys because I figured they'd get a laugh out of it. And I
It is-
prefaced that text by saying that I like to cook and I'm good at it. So what I'm about to tell you is not the norm. Kev found it hysterical, though.
I didn't even need to see how your cake turned out. I'm just
It
thinking
did not
like,
turn out good. I don't think it's cooked. It's probably going to go in the garbage.
I'm just thinking of who else could say something like that. Like you got Mike Tyson. I like to knock motherfuckers out. I'm good at it. Like I just
good
keep
at it.
thinking like everybody that plays sports, that's what they just need to do. Like just state what you do and wait a minute and then just say I'm good at it. Like I just read that shit like how you would say it, Strong. I like to cook. I'm good at it.
Got to keep that dramatic pause in there. The effect is undeniable.
That's how I read it, man.
It's all about the dramatic pause.
And man,
Build
look at
the
this
suspense.
cake you made.
It's so bad.
The best, I'm telling you, the best was when we were getting ready for the podcast and you sent the picture of how it's supposed to look with that woman cutting it all fine and nice, and then you sent your thing. Looks like a
It's this nice one
Nice.
garnished with Reese's peanut butter cups, and then mine is essentially a blob with
looks
the
like you,
insides
like,
uncooked, oozing
made the
out
mold
stuff.
of like a big ass, like that 600-pound bear that dude shot. It looks like its foot.
That was the contents of his stomach. All right, if you
ever
guys got
shoot a
nothing
bear,
else,
son?
what's that?
You ever shoot a bear?
No, I've never shot a bear.
What?
I've never seen one in the wild.
Hell no.
I would if I did. Bear meat is
for
mad
me.
good. I've eaten wild bear. It's good as hell. I guess
Nope,
there's no such
never
thing as not wild bear, but I've eaten
Don't
bear
you
before.
Go to the zoo and ask for a slice? Like,
Nah, you go to the farm where they raise them.
Just eating bear, son.
Hell yeah.
What do you get? Like
You go to
a
a-
bear burger, a bear sandwich, like a bear,
Bear
steak?
hot dog?
What do you?
Bear hot dog. You go to if you go to like a game night somewhere, everybody brings different game meat that they've either trapped or killed throughout the year, and you
game
throw it all
night?
in. Different meals get made, and everybody just kind of shares and has
It's
it.
the
Where'd
one
they
ga-
do
that's
that
the
at?
one
Where
game
they
night
do
I'm
this
not trying to
shit
get invited to.
Well, if you're at a gun club where you go hunting, they do it there. When I used to work at Riccardi's, which is a restaurant from where we're from, they used to do it there a couple of times a year.
That
Yeah.
shit don't exist anymore.
No, it does not. Riccardi's is closed down. The FBI probably had enough of Jackie.
The FBI.
Well, I guess they were trying to remodel it, but like the floors are so messed up that if you try to put stuff in there, it'll just like fall through.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where they would do that kind of shit. So I would bring some deer, whatever we had, and eat whatever other people had.
What
So
other
you get
wild
rat-
animal have you had besides deer
Raccoon?
and bear?
I've never had raccoon. I've had squirrel,
Squirrel?
rabbit, squirrel, rabbit,
Opossum?
elk,
Pheasant?
moose. Yeah, pheasant. It's a bird.
Opossum? Have you had
Where the hell did you get
opossum?
an elk from?
People go on big game hunts and then they bring it back. Like you shoot an elk, you're talking about a ton of meat that you're coming back with.
Oh, well, yeah. A
Yeah,
bear
so-
is a ton of meat.
Yeah, absolutely. So especially if there's a game night, somebody's going to bring a whole bunch of that meat because they're not going to be able to eat it all themselves, and it's
Right.
illegal to sell meat. So you got to do something with it.
Imagine going to that game night thinking, hey, I brought Yahtzee, motherfucker.
Yeah,
You about to feed me elk and bear and shit. Like, what
yeah.
the...
Son,
How
if
about-
I didn't tell you that it was different, you would just know that it didn't taste like beef, but it was still good.
You got to cook the wild out of it.
Cooked a wild
I
out.
heard Booger McFarlane talking about that shit on, on ESPN.
Actually, you need to rest the wild out of it.
Yeah, they cook the wild out of it.
The longer you let it dry age, the less of that gaminess you'll have when you cook it.
I don't want anything to do
Just
with any
leave
of
that animal alone, man.
Why? Wait,
I
why
need
do you
to
want
eat
nothing
that.
to do with any of it?
Me either.
You eat a cow, right? You eat some pork, some chicken.
Yep, sure do.
What's the difference?
Like until that, what was that thing you
Big
was talking about?
It's
That
not a squirrel, son. It's not a rat with a big funny tail.
All right,
like,
fine. So don't eat squirrel. What about a deer or a bear
straw.
or an
I've
elk?
had deer meat before.
what was
All right.
that thing you said
I
they were
didn't really
gonna
like it
they were
much.
gonna blow up and all the electronics are gonna stop working?
An EMP.
EMP.
Yeah. So when one of those things goes off and there ain't shit, and I gotta live out of a TP and make a bow and arrow again, then I'll eat all this gamey ass shit. But until then,
Good thing you got the putty, son.
So I just
even
go
worry
and
about
use
it.
my bow and arrow now.
see, no man,
Ain't no.
go to the store. They got that
Go
shit all.
climb up a tree, sit down, wait for little Bambi to come around, and snipe.
And then you gotta take its
It's
fur
messed up, man.
off and hang that shit in your yard.
You gotta gut it first. I'm not
See,
hanging it in
no,
my yard.
dude.
I'll hang it at the barn where I hunt them at.
See, I'm out of luck. I'm gonna have to eat like random berries and shit.
No,
I
so
ain't
you just
killing
contribute
them.
something else. Listen, if the world goes to shit, you guys just find me. You contribute something else. I'll take care of the hunting part of it.
Yeah, let's
Alright,
think
I got
about
you.
what McCoy's contributing.
Right.
Diversity.
Yeah, that's right.
Culture.
Gotta keep that alive in the new world, son.
Yeah.
We're gonna need that, you know.
Yeah, we are. Maybe you can play us some music.
Yeah, can I have an iPod, son?
Right, the EMP hit.
Nah,
There's no electronics.
drums, son.
I just gotta make my own beat off the cable, son.
Yeah, or maybe you can
Yo.
sing.
Right?
There you go.
McCoy knows all these songs. I'm like, yo, sing this one. son.
Right?
Fit those bars.
We need to hear some music.
There we go. See, we found it. You just,
My life's all been working towards this moment.
You're our real life jukebox over our real iPad.
Yeah.
Pan McCoy.
I'm gonna charge you in food. I'm gonna charge you in that bear meat.
It's like Pandora over here.
Yo, we talk about Pandora all the time. Remember when you could go backwards? That was a good time.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can
Pandora.
like re-listen to a song?
Yeah, like a song would be over and you could rewind it. Like you could go back.
You can get replays now.
Yeah, but you
Like,
have to pay for
You
it.
can't always do it. Because I'm not gonna pay for Pandora. I feel like that's foolish.
I haven't
Oh,
paid for
yeah.
it all this time. I'm not paying for it now.
Hell
I
no.
haven't
Yeah, I'm
paid
not
for any
paying for it
type
to
of
skip
music
a
in so
30-second
long.
ad.
Right?
Right.
Like,
To skip 30 seconds of an annoying commercial, I'm good. I mean, the commercials are funny, but
Yeah,
They're-
when you
they're
see
so
these things,
terrible.
hey, do you want to pay so you don't have to click on this little X or
Yeah.
or wait
or wait.
like, nah,
wait like
I'll move that right out of the way for free.
right?
And complain about it.
You could pay me to watch those things. Okay, good.
That's funny.
All right, let's call it quits on this one. Thanks for tuning in again. Another week of the fellas in the books. We're out.
Peace.